Hello, my name is Sara and welcome to Transit. I'm the director of this incubator where we only work with professional musicians, fine artists, we make filmmakers and designers, and as well as contemporary dance and theatre. Well, actually, Transit was started 2004 when the University College of Arts, Crafts and Design, where we are, moved from the city centre out here, and actually these part of the premises wasn't occupied. They didn't need it. So from 2004 until 2009 we were part of the University College of Arts, Crafts and Design, and then we worked with artists in fine arts as well as in design. And from 2010 we're an independent organization, non-profit organization. We have this open space office for all our artists, and I would say that the fact that there's an open space office is really, really important for us, because the most important thing we have here and that we offer is the relationships between the different artists. So that's why it's important that we don't have any walls and doors, actually. It just happened that these premises were left over, so to speak, when the University College of Arts, Crafts and Design moved to this area of Stockholm. But it turned out to be the most ideal, really perfect premises for us. I would also say that having the kitchen in the middle of the premises is really important for us, because that means that also especially all the informal meetings or whatever always kind of happens within the kitchen during lunchtime or during coffee breaks or whatever. Well, the funding is always the trouble. The resources is always the trouble. I'm the only one working full time with this, as well as the long term, because the long-term perspective, because it kind of works together. Since we don't have a long-term perspective from our main funder, it's difficult for us to find additional financer as well. Stockholm School of Entrepreneurship financed Transit until the mid-2009. And when the financing from Stockholm School of Entrepreneurship ended, then we needed to find completely new financing, and that's why we became an independent. I would say that the framework, or the frames that we got, and the mission we got from the council, of course, that was kind of the platform on how to work, because in the agreement we have with the county council, we do have some important points that we have to fulfill, so to speak, which they are part of our strategy. But then we have grown organically, we have developed organically, and I would say that is also a reason for why actually it works. We have learned, a bit learning by doing. It's a question of being humble, I would say, and being very close to the people we work with, meaning the artists themselves, listening to what they need and what they want. We developed our own method that we call organic process method, and the method is therefore built up from their experiences combined with our experiences from running this kind of organization. We do have a mission to collaborate with organizations from each artistic field that we work with. So we have one organization called Filmbasen, who works with film. We work with the alumni network for this university, the University College of Arts, Crafts and Design. We work with the incubator-ish project at the Royal University of Music, I think it's called in English. As well as we work with an organization called Sight, which is actually located just in the building in front of here. So we got 4 really close partners. And then we also, since we have a regional mission from the county council, we do also have a contact with other fairly similar organizations. We are all fairly different, but we kind of still have the same vision and mission, I would say, to support independent artists. But of course, from some point of view, we are competitors because we all fight for the same money, regional money as well as national money or European money for that matter. But we are more collaborators than we are competitors. But we don't work with culture and creative businesses. We only work with artistic businesses.
My name is Hanna Gustafsson and I'm 29 years old. I live here in Stockholm. I work mostly with comics and illustration. So when I graduated, I was at home so much and worked from home. And it didn't really work for me then. I wanted to see other people, and of course it was a plus that it's free. I don't pay anything to have my working space here.
We do organize different kind of activities, workshops and seminars and so on. Sometimes it's very internal and sometimes it's open for our partner organizations or anyone actually. I would say there's so many professional artists, so we probably need more organizations like this because we support the independent artists. And the benefits is, of course, you get to broaden the cultural offer to the citizens, I would say. And it's important that you have an open and broad, diversified cultural offer for the citizens to enhance the integrity as well as welcome groups that are normally more excluded than included. I would say that the major change actually started when the University College of Art, Craft and Design moved here from the city centre. The apartments around here, the value of them raised like 30%. During the last 6, 8, 9 months, we've had fairly successful films that have been produced here. The same with a comic album as well. You'll meet her as well. So yeah, it's been successful. And if you look even further back, well, we have designers who design for Capellini in Italy and so on. So.
My name is Bitte Andersson. I'm 34 years old. I'm a former student of this school, but it was a couple of years ago that I left it. And I'm an illustrator, graphic novelist, and recently also a filmmaker. And I've directed a movie called Die Hard that you can see here, the poster. It took 4.5 years, so now I'm a little bit tired from that, but I just got started with my next project. I think it's both positive and negative that it makes the area very trendy. For me, I don't have much money, so making it trendy just makes it very expensive, I think. And that means I could not afford to live here. But I guess maybe for the businesses, it's really good. It draws a lot of people to exhibitions here. The school have a lot of big exhibitions, and there's a lot of events and workshops and just a lot of cooperation happening in this area. So I think it benefits all the local like restaurants or whatever, and it's a very attractive area to live in.
You need to have a plan, sort of, not only a working space where you can do whatever. Because I think transit is kind of focused on like progress and how to help artists to get forward.